Okay, so I'm just checking if all of you. Ansel, yes, others are free to join us, audience, not an issue. So I got team 3, and I think most of you have not yet changed. If you got any doubt regarding how to change your name, please let me know. All you need to do is click on participants, and then check for your name, hover over it, and then click on more. You'll get something called rename, and then you need to rename yourself with the team number. Is it all right? So I think we are good to go. So this quiz is being recorded just for your information. Okay, is the screen visible?
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, Kavin says that quiz god Shiva is here. So all the best to all the gods in the quiz and also all the other participants. So I'll just give you a few ground rules before we start. So first of all, welcome to Club Challenge. So this is a unique attempt. No, we just wanted to have a very good, tough, fair fight with some really good teams. So this is a closed invite group contest that we are holding with 13 clubs and 24 teams. So welcome. And I would like to thank all my friends, family, and the entire quizzing fraternity for your support, without which this event was a no way go ahead. So the general rule, so we'll be having 20 questions in total. So the first and last question would be only on pounds, and no, there are no negatives for the first and the last question. So feel free. Just be on mute, guys, if you're talking amongst yourselves. Guys, can all of you be on mute? No, if you're talking amongst yourselves, just for some time, please. Thank you. Okay, so going ahead. So all the questions, other questions shall be on pounds and bonds. The first and last question only on pounds, no negatives for the first and last question. And then all the other questions carry 10 points on a direct. So I'll be very clear with this rule. It's a direct, you get 10 points. But if you're pouncing, it will be 15 points on a pounce. So the team which is having the direct question cannot pounce. So that is, no, I'm making it clear, cannot pounce when it's a direct to you. A wrong answer on a pounce shall result in a negative of 10 points. So in case of a tie for the first 2 slots, no, or the first 3 slots or something, so the most number of right answers shall be checked first. So if there is a tie still, then it will be the least number of negatives that you have got. And finally, the largest sequence of right answers. So if all of these 3 still have a tie, then we would be going on for a tie-breaking question. Is that all right? Okay, I'll assume that all of you are okay with that. One more rule, very important rule, is that you got something called pounce here. So I need you guys to pounce only in that, only to that particular person. So that is called pounce here. Okay, and the pounce here is Priya. So Priya is part of Seek here. So she'll be the scorer as well as person who's been will take your pounces. So pounce only there. Do not pounce to everyone. I repeat, do not pounce to everyone. In case someone pounces it to everyone, for that particular question, every other team gets a 10, and the team which has pounced it to everyone gets a negative of 10 again. So I'm making it very clear. So rules would not be changed. So that's how we have framed it. And Wahid, I think you're pinging it to everyone again. You need to ping it to your teammate. So please select your teammate and then do the discussions, and ensure that you pounce it only to pounce here. So can all of you just give me 1 pounce? Just send a hi. Yes. One of you from each team. Okay, team 6, yes. Team 4, thank you. Team 5, thank you. Team 5, one of you is enough. I'm just telling you again, because I'll take the first answer that comes. mute your, if you are using two systems or something like that, I think one of the systems has to be muted because you will get an echo. Team 3, thank you. Team 4, yeah, I got again. Team 1 and 2 are yet to send me a pounce. Team 1 and 2, if you send it, we'll start. Team 1 and 2, are you here? Yeah, team 2, I got it. Team 4, I got it. Yes, Manu. Team 2, yes. Team 1. Team 1, who's team 1? Kavin, Hariharan. Yeah, team 1 got it. Thank you. Okay, so good to go. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for participating. And without much ado, let's start. So, as you know, these people were not liked for what they did. So let us all take the quizzing pledge and keep Google away from us for the next 45 minutes. And here we go. The first question, on a pounce, no negatives, feel free to guess. Okay. This is a late 1800s, early 1900s photograph of an Indian team of a particular sport. So ID the sport. You can just go ahead with your pounces, Kavin. You needn't acknowledge, saying that you're going to pounce. So I'm okay with that. Okay, I have not received any pounces as yet. Feel free, no negatives. First question. Okay, team 6 has pounced. Okay, 1 second. Okay, I don't see any other pounces, so that's surprising.
Hey, Raja, just you need a particular name or what is it?
Okay, team 4. Yeah, I'm looking for a particular name. Give me English name if possible. Team 4, because that is what this question is all about.
Manu, you want to take a guess?
But I'll give it to you.
I'll try.
Yeah, team 4 got it. Team 4 got it. Yeah, you change it. Thanks. Okay, almost all the other teams have pounced, and it is team 4 who has got it right. So all the other teams, unfortunately, do not get it right. The answer I was looking for was no negatives for anybody. Okay, team 4 got it right. So that's a good start. The answer is club swinging. So this is a club swinging team. And if you look at the Indian team, almost all of them were not Indians. So that's the irony of it. So team 1, that is team 1, you're pouncing, you're chatting with me. Team 1, please. Yeah, you're chatting with me. Okay, question is for team 1 now. Others, be ready on pounces. The font was designed for Microsoft by Vincent Conare in 1996. Conare once heard someone saying, "Can you make a X that could launch a person from the main campus to the new consumer campus about a mile away?" He immediately thought that could be a great name for the font that can launch words across the internet. So IDX. So what the people at Microsoft may not have built, SS Rajamouli definitely did. Okay, team 1, as I told you, this is your direct. So I will not take your pounds. Team 1, you will have to tell it at your chance. So just wait. So for now, team 6 and team 4.
Yeah, team 6 and
Team 4, team 6, team 2. All get it right. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6 have got it right. Team 4, just a request. Both of you are pouncing. So maybe you can decide and one of you can pounce.
Okay.
team 3 also get it right. Team 3 also gets it right. So I'll close the pounds. No answer from team 5. Team 1, go ahead.
Trebuchet.
Trebuchet is right. So that's team that machine is called a trebuchet. They get 10 points. Team 1. It was a direct good crack. So question team 5 have not pounced. Yeah. Question is for team 2 now. Others on pounds. Okay. In this 1933 George Orwell's eponymous work, he writes a memoir about poverty in 2 cities. He comments the 2 cities as follows. It, which is X, was the land of the tea urn and the labor exchange, as Y is the land of the bistro and the sweatshop. So what is X, what is Y? On a pounds, I need both the answers in a single line. Don't give me in 2 separate answers. Give me what is X, what is Y? Pounds open. Question is with team 2. Okay, team 4 has got it right. Team 4 has got both the parts right. And I'll close the pounds in 5, 4, 3 to 1. Okay, team 2, go ahead.
London and Paris.
I'm sorry, Wahid, yeah, go ahead.
London and Paris.
London, Paris gets you 10 points, team 2. Good crack. So, X is London, and the book, the episode book itself is called Down and Out in Paris and London by George Orwell. Nice answer, team 2. Question is with team 3 now. Yeah, team 4 gets 15. Right. The interaction with who is Jackie Chan describing here in this Graham Norton show?
Stop, so quick. No. I said, oh, okay. Then when she come, you're immediately bow. She's still standing there. The people into the Jackie Chan, she keep talking to me. My head is empty. I don't know what she's talking about.
Okay, this episode is very famous because whatever action that Jackie Chan did actually became a meme template actually. So that is why this episode is very, very famous. So question is for team 3. Others, please feel free to pounce.
Can you play the video again?
Yeah, definitely.
Stop, so quick. No. I said, oh, okay. Then when she come, you're immediately bow. She's still standing there. The people into the Jackie Chan, she keep talking to me. My head is empty. I don't know what she's talking about.
Okay, so team 4 gets 15. They got it right. Team 1 unfortunately get a negative of 10. That's the first negative of the day. Team 1 unfortunately. That is all right. A lot of questions to catch up, and question is with team 3. I'll have to close the pounds now. Team 3, go ahead.
Is it the Queen of England?
Okay, so does she have a name?
Yeah, Queen Elizabeth.
Okay, so Queen Elizabeth II so this was a meme template that came in the episode. So good crack, 10 points to team 3. Right? Okay, moving ahead. Team 4, this is your direct. So if the below 4 were hanged to death, who was shot to death? So team 4's direct. Others, please be ready on pounds. If the below 4 were hanged to death, who was shot to death? I want the name of the person. Look at the color of the photographs. 4 people getting hanged. Very guessable. Okay. I don't see any bounces. 5, 4.
Just a minute. My internet is. Could you just please wait for 2 more seconds? I'll have to just check.
Are you bouncing, Parth?
Yeah. I'm bouncing.
Okay. So team 6. Okay, team 6 has bounced, but unfortunately, that's not the right answer. So team 6 gets a negative. Team 4, go ahead.
Yeah, this is John Wilkes Booth.
Okay, and that is perfectly right. Assassination of expression of US Abraham Lincoln. So the 4 people were Mary Surratt, George Atzerodt, Louis Powell, and David Herold. So they were hanged while Wilkes Booth was shot when he tried to escape. 10 points to team 4. And the question is for team 5. So Superman made his first appearance in 1938 in Action Comics #1. X made its first appearance not in the comics but in a radio show, The Adventures of Superman, in June 1943. What Achilles heel of Superman are we talking about here? So this is for team 5. Just wait while others pounce. Team 1 gets 15 points. Nice crack, team 5. Team 1, that's a comeback. Team 4 gets 15. This is for team 5. I'll have to wait for. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Wait, we're bouncing. Team 3 is bouncing. We're having
Okay,
some
team
problem.
3 is bounce. I'll take and then I'll have to stop. Team 6 has got it right. Team 6 has gets 15. And just waiting for team 3. Others allowed to stop. Okay, team 3 and team 2 had also got it right. So team 3 and team 2 have also got it right. Team 3 and team 2 also get it right. So that would be team 5 then. So you're the only team left. Go ahead.
This is Krypton.
Krypton. Can you modify your answer?
That is a weakness for Krypton. This weakness for Krypton.
Krypton is actually a place that he comes from. So
The element Krypton.
Okay, so
This
okay,
weakness.
I'll leave it to my discretion. I'll give you 7.5. Okay, because that is not what I was looking at. 7.5. No, the answer is actually kryptonite. It's not krypton. So we're looking for the mineral, fictional mineral, kryptonite. Okay, so that is, and all the other teams have got it right. But still, I'll go ahead give you half the point. So question is for team 6 now, and the others on points. This is Giovanni Battista Belzoni, often called the Great Belzoni, an Italian explorer. He is most famous for his removal of the 7-ton bust of Ramesses II, the clearing of sand at entrance of the Great Temple of Abu Simbel, the discovery of the tomb and sarcophagus of Seti I, and the first person to actually penetrate the second pyramid of Giza. Unfortunately, he died due to dysentery while searching for the lost city of Timbuktu. He is said to be the inspiration behind an iconic character in popular culture. So who are we talking about? I want the name of the character. Name of the iconic character in entertainment. This is for team 6, others open on pounds. Okay, team 1 has got it. Team 1 gets 15. And team 5 has also gets 15. I'll close the pounds. 1, 2, and 5. 3 gets a negative. 3 gets a negative. And I'll close the pounds now. Question is for team 4, is it? I'm sorry, question is for team 1. Am I right?
No, the question is directed to team 6.
Team 6.
Or team 6. Okay, question is with team 6. Go ahead, team 6. Yeah.
Is this the wrestler Batista?
Oh, Batista the wrestler. Nice guess. No, this is not Batista the wrestler. Team 4.
Okay, we'll say this is Indiana Jones.
And that is perfectly right. You get 10 points. So Indiana Jones is right. So the character Indiana Jones was based on Batista. Batista Belzoni. So team 4 gets 10 and team 5, you're direct. The game was launched in 1949, but to very poor sales. By 1952, the game had hardly sold 15,000 copies and the creators were facing signs of retreat. Jack Straus, the chairman of Macy's at that time, happened to play the game with few of his friends during a summer holiday. He returned to check and found that none of his stores had even kept the stock of the game. He immediately ordered to buy a large quantity and also organized a big promotion to spread the word. In less than 5 years from then, more than 4.5 million copies were sold. And what game that is one of the highest selling games still are we talking about here? So in all of the questions, I would have given a slight clue, maybe a word or something. You could check that out and you might be able to reach at the question answer. Question is for team 5. Yeah, team 5. Okay, pounds is open. No, I don't see any pounces. So I'll have to close the pounds. Team 5, go ahead.
We'll go with Monopoly.
Monopoly. Okay, Monopoly is a nice guess. No, this is not Monopoly though. Team 6. Team 6, please. Got an answer?
Tetris, maybe?
I'm sorry, can you come again? Tetris. Tetris. No, not Tetris. Team 1.
We'll say Scrabble.
You say Scrabble and you get 10 points for that. So this indeed is a Scrabble. As I told you, there's a word as a clue. And that is what I was looking for. Scrabble is the answer. And team 1. Team 1 gets 10 points. Team 1. 1 second. Yeah. 10 points. Okay. So team 1 gets it right. And question is for team 2. Okay, I need X, Y, and Z, so please go through it thoroughly. This is X's song that released in 1970. So Y came up with the idea of Z as a description of psychic power after hearing this. Z was originally named in the verb form, but one of his friends told Y that it was a pejorative word for black, a derogatory word for black. So he changed it to Z, which was an adjective. So Z was published in 1977. So ID X, Y, and Z. Listen to the song, it will take about a minute.
Some karma's gonna get you, gonna knock you right in the head.
Are you able to hear it? Sorry.
You better get yourself together. Pretty soon you're gonna be dead. What in the world are you thinking of? Laughing in the face of love. What on earth you trying to do? It's up to you. Yeah, you. Some karma's gonna get you. Gonna knock you right in the face. You better get yourself together, darling. You're not human race. How in the world are you gonna see? Laughing at fools like me. Who on earth do you think you are? A superstar? Well, alright, you are. But we are.
Wow. Team 4 gets all 3 parts perfectly right. Team 4 gets 15. The question is with team 2, right? Yeah, question is with team 2. I'll wait for others to pounce. Okay, I don't see anybody else pouncing. So team 2, go ahead.
We'll just guess that X is queen and pass for Y and Z.
Okay, X is queen and Y and Z are passing. So team 3.
Yeah, we're gonna guess that X is Beatles John Lennon.
Okay.
Y is his girlfriend slash wife Yoko Ono, and Z. I don't know about Z.
Okay. Okay. I'll not say whether it's right or wrong. I'll move ahead to team 5. Team 5, team 4 had pounced. So team 5.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, team 5. Sahas, Shiva.
Okay, we'll say that X is queen,
Okay.
Y is Freddie Mercury, and Z something like. Okay, we'll pass it.
Okay. Okay. No problem. I'll move to team 6 then.
You're passing.
Okay. So team 1.
We'll say X is Beatles, Y is Lennon, and Z is Yellow Submarine.
Oh, okay. Beatles, Lennon, and Yellow Submarine. Okay. So team 4 had got all parts right. Team 3 gets the first part right, Lennon. So they get 4 points. The answer I was looking for was actually John Lennon, Stephen King, and The Shining. So it actually named it The Shine earlier, but shine was considered to be a derogatory word for black. So he changed it to Shining. So this is what I was looking at. Good crack, team 3 for getting 1 part and team 4 on all the parts. Question is for team 4 now. Polo shirts were lightweight knit shirts that were widely fashionable in the 1920s when wealthy vacationers used to wear these polo shirts, which were adapted from shirts worn by Basque fishermen. A New York haberdasher named John Brooks saw these shirts in England before returning home and incorporating it into his line of family business of shirt making called Brooks Brothers. What specific change to the shirt was introduced by the polo players, or rather for the polo players, from who the shirt gets its name, specifically for riding comfortably at high speeds? So I'm looking for what specific change to the polo shirt was brought in to make riding comfortable at high speeds. Question is for team 4. Okay, I don't see anybody pouncing.
1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute.
Yeah.
We have pounced.
Can you modify it, Kavin? I'm looking for a very, very specific answer. Very specific answer. Unfortunately, no. That would give a negative of 10 for team 1. Good guess though, you are on the right track, but there's something very specific. Okay, moving ahead to team 4. Go ahead.
Okay, this shirt, which I mean, this is a change which appeared in the polo shirt or in the regular shirts?
No, in the polo shirts. In the polo shirts, this was added. So if you look at it, this is a change that was brought to a lightweight shirt but to the polo shirts. Otherwise, these were just general lightweight knit shirts.
Okay. Okay, it's basically something to do with the collar. Otherwise, the collar will usually be flapping around while you're riding around on high speed. So basically, the concept of buttons on collars, so that the collar doesn't get in the way.
Very simple. That's the answer. So team 4 gets 10 points. So these are the button-down collars. So earlier they used to flap around, as team 4 said. So good answer, team 4. Unfortunately, team 1 were right on collars, but I was looking for the button-down collars. So that is what I was looking for. So team 5, you're direct. The word X is derived from the French word for younger son. Though the origin word Y, okay, from where X came, is predominantly used in military, the original connotation meant someone who hung around waiting to be called on to do errands. This is because in noble families, the second son generally inherited neither the title nor the fortune, and on most occasions joined the army. So I'm looking for the sport where the word X is used, which is an abbreviated or a stylized form of Y. So I want you to tell me the sport where the word X is used, or rather the person itself, X is a person itself, is used. Question is for team 5, just wait. Team 1 gets it right. Team 1 gets 15, team 2 gets 15. Team 4 gets 15. And I'll have to close the pounds now. Team 3 also gets 15. So I'm closing the pounds now. And team 5, go ahead. Team 5? Unmute yourself, Shiva or Savas. You're on mute.
Okay. So sport we'll say is cricket.
Cricket, you say cricket. No, I'm not looking for the word. I just want the sport. Okay, you say cricket. Unfortunately, no, it is not it's not cricket. And team, go ahead. Unmute yourself. Atharva Parth, yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with tennis.
So you said tennis it is. Okay, no, unfortunately it's not cricket or tennis. The other 4 teams got it right. So it's golf. So it's a caddy. No, it comes from the word cadet. Cadet is actually the second son, the younger son rather. So good crack. The other 4 teams have got it right. So since we crossed, okay, 11 questions. I'm sorry. I'll probably tell you the scores. Yeah.
Team 1 45, team 2 70, team 3 49, team 4 135, team 5 22.5, and team 6 20.
Okay, so we have a clear leader, but then the others. You can always have the other spot. Right? We still have got a lot of questions. 9 questions to go. So so who got it right? So nobody gets it right. Question stays with team 5. So connect. This is an exhaustive list. Okay, so I just need you to give what connects all of these 6. So before I forget, one of the questions in this quiz would be a tribute question. Tribute not necessarily to a person who's dead or something, but then someone who has been in news, someone who has done great things for our country or so. This is one such question. So that's a clue. Oh, team 1 gets it right. Very good. Good crack. Team 1 gets 15.
Whose direct is this?
This is with team 5. Okay, I think this is one of the simpler ones. So probably I'll have to close the pounds at 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, team 5, go ahead.
These are the 6 songs for which SBB won National Award for singing.
So SBB won National Award for these 6, and you get 10 points for getting this right. So SP Balasubramaniam, we pray that he gets well soon. So SP Balasubramaniam's National Award winning 6 songs. Good crack. Team 2 gets 10 points. Sorry, who got this?
Team 5.
Team 5. Team 5. I'm sorry. Team 5. Yeah. Question is for Team 6 now. The master of the HMS Dolphin under Captain Samuel Wallace, the English naval officer, was George Robertson. So just like the captain, Robertson also maintained a journal that narrates the crew's landing at Tahiti. Explaining how the crew chose the right time and struck when the iron was hot, he narrates how after a few violent incidents, the crew and the natives became quite friendly to each other. The natives were surprised that the crew did not have any women, and in fact thought that the British had come in search of women. So they took advantage of the situation and began to trade women for something that they thought they could be able to obtain from the HMS Dolphin. The crew did not complain about this offer either. But soon the crew heads realized that the integrity of the ship was being lost, with items to be traded being stolen from the ship at times. So what item are we talking about? Team 4 gets 15, so they got it right on a pounds. Question is for Team 6, so Team 6 just wait while others are on a pounds. Read the question, look for the clue. You may get it. Okay. Probably 10 more seconds is what I can give you.
Whose direct is this?
6. Oh, Team 3 gets it right. 15. Team 3 gets 15. Okay, I'll have to stop the pounds now. Close the pounds, and Team 6, go ahead.
We're thinking gold.
Okay, they exchange women for gold. No, that's not right. So Team 1.
We'll say ice creams.
Ice creams. Oh, that's a nice guess. No, not ice creams though. Team 2.
We'll say iron.
Iron. Okay, I'll give it to you because iron is what I was looking for, because more specifically these were the iron nails. But then iron is good enough because not just nails, they also traded iron. So good crack. Team 2 gets 10 points, and the question is with Team 3 now. Trey Parker and Matt Stone were 2 University of Colorado film students. A Fox executive named Brian Graden saw the musical called The Cannibal and was impressed. But when he showed the work to his other Fox executives, they did not like it, nor the other show Conifer, created by the same duo and named because Parker had grown up in Conifer. Meanwhile, Graydon hired the duo to work on an animated Christmas card and paid them $2,000. They made the video under $750 and pocketed the rest. It resulted in the creation of the video, The Spirit of Christmas, in which Jesus and Santa Claus are seen cursing and fighting each other to see who has the biggest say in the Christmas holiday. Graydon, who initially wanted to pass on the video to 500 A-listers, instead sent it to 40 of his executives, who began sharing the video until it had spread to thousands of people. This resulted in the duo getting the chance that they were initially rejected for. The Comedy Central then bought Conifer and changed the name of the show to X, which was a real town which was about an hour south of Conifer. When asked why X, Parker said that's where all the weird stuff was happening. So ID X. The clue is probably in the last paragraph. So Team 2 and Team 4 get 15.
We have also promised.
Yes, team 1 also gets it right. Okay, team 1, 2, and 4 got it right. Question is with team 6, right? Team 6.
Team
No, it's
three.
with team 1, I guess. No.
Just give me a second. I'm sorry.
Team 5.
The question is with team 1. So team 1, you'll have to no.
Wait, you said it was with the team 3.
I'm sorry. Who was that?
Team 3. You said it was with the team 3.
It is team.
Team 3. Okay. I'm sorry. No, I just got confused. I'm sorry. Yeah. That's okay. So
So we are not bouncing, right? Because it is direct with us.
yeah. Team 3 cannot bounce. Yeah.
Okay.
So team 1, 2, and 4 have got it right on a bounce. So I'll close the bounce. Team 3, go ahead.
Yeah, the town is South Park.
South Park is right. So south of Conifer was a clue at given. So South Park is right. So you get 10 points. Good crack. Question is with team 4 now. Two questions here. So I need both the parts for a bounce. Okay. This beverage is said to have been created and named after in the 1950s by American engineers working in the Middle East oil fields when they secretly added vodka onto their orange juice and stirred it with what they carried with them handy at work. So name the beverage X. B is when over 20 million immigrants moved over to the US after the Civil War, it included a lot of American bakers. I'm sorry, that is Austrian bakers, not American, Austrian bakers. They introduced a confectionery that became a rage in the USA. It was named after the German name derived from the Latin word for emperor and also refers to its appearance that resembled the high, ornate, velvet-filled crowns of the 19th century monarchs. So name the confectionery. Y. So I need X, which is a beverage, and Y, which is a confectionery. Audience, can you please mute yourself? Couple of them are not muted, so please. Okay, 2 parts. So I'll give you some time to discuss and come up with your bounces. Question stays with team 4. Very easily guessable actually. No, if you just work on the question, read the question, very easily guessable. Okay, I'll have to close it now. Team 4, go ahead.
We pounced. I think we pounced. Did we not?
1 second. Who was that? I didn't
Team
receive
3.
any.
Team
points.
3.
Team 4, just wait.
Can you
Team
wait
3,
for a second? I'm just typing.
Yeah. Team 3, team 4, just wait. Okay, unfortunately, part of it is wrong. So team 3 gets a negative. I'm sorry, team 3 gets a negative. And question is with team 4, go ahead.
The first part is a screwdriver.
Okay.
The second one is, we'll call it a Kaiser Cornetto.
Kaiser Cornetto, Kaiser rolls, both get you 10 points. So good crack. So Kaiser comes from Caesar. So Caesar is no emperor in Latin. So good crack, screwdriver and Kaiser is right. So unfortunately, team 3 got screwdriver right, but not the Kaiser one. So these look like the crowns of the monarch. So 10 points to team 4, right? Okay, team 5, you're direct. Okay, XY is a common phrase associated with the police. Dating back to the late 1800s, the phrase originally had nothing to do with the criminal law. The phrase gets its origin from the Freemasons, wherein XY is the highest grade or gradation a Mason gets. Any Mason must undergo a series of very difficult tests and questions of proficiency before he qualifies for XY. It is probably from these exhaustive tests that the phrase XY got attached to the police or the criminal law. What is XY? That was a serious topic of discussion in Tamil Nadu in the last few months, resulting in several protests and court trials. Okay, team 4 gets 15. Okay, anybody else? Anybody else going for a pounce? Okay. Team 1, one of Hari, your background looks really good, refreshing actually. Outdoors. Okay, I'll have to close the pounds, and question is with who has this question? Question is with team 5. Team 5, go ahead.
Unmute.
Shivasan, unmute yourself.
Okay, we'll pass this because no idea about the trade.
Okay, no issues at all. So we'll go to team 6.
We have no idea about X, but Y is brutality.
What is it?
Brutality.
Brutality. Okay, so you're going with police brutality. Okay, nice. Yeah. No, not brutality though. So team 1.
Okay, we'll say third degree.
You say third degree, and that will give you 10 points. So perfectly right. So third degree was actually, a grade or a degree in Freemasonry. So good crack. Team, who got it? Team 1. Team 1 gets 10, and team 2, you're direct. While trying to understand how much force people's bodies can tolerate in a plane crash, the US Air Force conducted a series of experiments in 1949. This involved volunteers wearing a special harness invented by X and fitted with sensors to measure the acceleration on different parts of the body. Unfortunately, someone had installed all the sensors backwards, resulting in an almost fatal crash for John Paul Stapp, a volunteer. Post the crash, X examined the harness to find the mistake. Whatever he may have said after that originally, Stapp, the volunteer, quoted to the media that X said, "If there are 2 or more ways to do something and one of those results in a catastrophe, then someone will do it that way." So IDX and what resulted from this incident that became popular throughout the aerospace industry, later becoming popular all across the world. So X is, you may either say X or whatever resulted in that. Either of it is okay. Okay, team 4 gets it right. So team 4 gets 15. Open on pound for others. Question is team.
Excuse me. Is this specific to aerospace industry alone?
No. This started because these were this was the US Air Force, so it was popular in the aerospace industry earlier, but now it's popular all over the world in all fields. Okay, I'll tell you, this is not something to do with the working of any specific industry as such. So no, don't go with that. It's generally stated across all fields, at home or anywhere, all over the world. Okay, so okay, I don't think anybody is going on a pounce. Team 2, go ahead.
So can you elaborate about this? Repeat the second part. What did you say about the second part?
See, what happened was what I'll tell you. This accident happened and all of that, and whatever X had told after the mistake or the accident, whatever he could have told anything originally, but then what Stapp said was, X said that if there are 2 or more ways to do something and one of those results in a catastrophe, then someone will do it that way. This is what X said, is what Stapp says. So what came up from this? What came from this, which became, through word of mouth, became very popular in the aerospace industry, but later it spread across to almost everywhere in the world.
Okay, so for that part, we will say crash test dummies.
Crash? I'm sorry, crash?
Crash test dummies.
Crash test dummies. Okay, crash test dummies became popular. Nice guess, very nice guess. No. Team.
Okay. First part X.
No, that's just one part. This is one part. X and the result are the same almost.
X is not the person.
X is the person, but then okay, go ahead.
Fine.
Go ahead. If you want to say, yeah, go ahead.
No, pass.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Please go ahead. X would be?
No.
Okay. Okay, I'll move it. Yeah. Team 3?
Yeah, we're just gonna say Murphy's Law.
Okay, but perfectly right. Team 3 gets 10 points. The question courtesy is the poster behind me. So 10 points to Team 3. So Edward Murphy was the, US Air Force engineer there. So Murphy's Law is right. On Team 4, right? Team 4, you're direct. This is a Chinese equivalent of something in the USA. Study the picture carefully and ID X and Y. I need both X and Y. I'll probably zoom on the picture just in case you. For pounds, I need both the parts. I'll tell the scores after this question for the last 2 questions coming. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'll close the pounds now. Okay. Okay. I'll close the pounds now. Team 4, go ahead. Yeah.
I'll say this is basically all the prestigious universities of China, equivalent to the Ivy League in the US.
Okay, you say Ivy League, and what would be X? X as any
some kind of a Chinese Ivy League. It's what they call their top tier institutions.
Okay. Okay. I'll not say whether it's right or wrong. I'll move ahead to Team 5.
We'll say these are the divisions of the armed forces.
Okay. So just give me X and Y. Just name X and Y.
Okay, we are just saying armed forces. Wings.
Okay. Okay.
US armed forces and Chinese.
Not an issue at all. I'll go to Team 6 now.
Yeah, we also think that these are the badges of prestigious universities, but we don't know the name, so we'll be passing.
No issues at all. Team 1?
We'll say T League and Ivy League.
T League. Oh, very creative, very creative. No, unfortunately. Team 2?
So we think these are the basketball teams in Chinese professional basketball. So the Y is NBA. For X, we will say CBA.
CBA, Chinese basketball. Very nice. Now, Team 3? Nice creative guesses. Team 3? Are you on mute, Team 3?
Yeah. Why are the US Armed Forces SEALs?
Okay.
And X will pass.
Okay. So Team 4 gets 5 points for getting Ivy League, right? So these were the prestigious institutes of China. So they are called the C9. So C9 is what they call in China, while it's Ivy League, and in UK you call it the Oxbridge, if I'm not right, the Oxford and Cambridge University. So nice crack. 5 points to Team 4. So we look at the scores. Yeah.
Team 1, 85. Team 2, 95. Team 3, 74. Team 4, 210. Team 5, 32.5. Team 6, 20.
Okay, so Team 4, I think we have a clear winner here. Team 4 is through to the finals, but it's a very, very close fight for the second spot. We still got 2 more questions. So play well, the 3 teams that are closely fighting it for the second spot. The question is with Team 5 now. In 1876, when he was granted the first patent, Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone. Mr. Watson, come here, I want to see you, became part of history, as the first conversation over a telephone. But Thomas Watson, though not credited with, is said to have been the first to invent something that was closely attached to the telephone before the mobile age took over. The first commercial one was at Potsdamer Platz, Berlin, and William Gray is credited for bringing them onto the US. Watson used to throw some blankets over some furniture before he replaced them with wooden ones. What in the journey of telephones are we talking about here? Work on it.
Whose direct is this?
This is with team 5. Okay, anybody pouncing? Okay, I don't see anybody.
Yeah, team 3 we're pouncing. Just wait.
Okay, so with team 3, I'll close the pounce. Others do not pounce. Okay, I already got from team 4. Okay, team 4 gets 15. Team 4. And I'm just waiting for team 3. Others just wait. Brilliant. So team 3 also gets 15. So, okay, I'm closing the pounds. Team 5, go ahead. Team 5. You're a mute, Siva.
Okay, we'll guess that he replaced the metal telephones with the plastic made telephones.
Okay, the body of the telephone. Okay, nice guess. No, unfortunately. Team 6, go ahead.
Team 5.
Team 5, that was team 5. Team 6. Again, both are on mute. Atharva, Parth.
Was this the receiver of the telephone?
Receiver of the telephone. Okay, so some modification to the receiver of the telephone. No. Team 1.
We'll say these are the rotary dials.
Or the rotating. Okay, the rotating dials. No. Team 2.
Coin phones?
Coin?
Coin booth.
Coin. I'm sorry, I didn't get you. Come again. Team 2.
Coin phones, like where you put
Coin
coin.
phones. Okay, coin phones. No, these are not coin phones. And team 3 and team 4 have got it right. So look at the last. One but the last paragraph. So he said through some blankets, change it to wooden furniture. So to change it to wooden ones. So it was actually the first telephone booths. So these were the first telephone booths or the telephone boxes. So team 3 and team 4 got it right. So this is the last question. I'll just tell that team 1, 2 and 3 are quite close at 85, 95 and 89. So all the best for last question. There is no negative for this. So please feel free to pounce. It's only on pounce, not open to any direct, only on pounce. So get your 15 points. All the best. Amadeo Carrillo Fuente was a Mexican drug lord who used to escape the authorities by doing something credited to the person in the image. On the flip side, he also died while doing exactly what had worked for him during his earlier escapes. What did the person below help in changing the face of the world and also ID him? So you'll get 7.5, 7.5 for the 2 parts. Pounce is open. Only pounce is open. Need both the parts. So even if you know one part, you can go ahead, you will get 7.5. Team 1 gets 15. Very nice answer. Team 4 also gets 15. No negatives, teams. So please go ahead. No negatives.
Excuse me, I think I accidentally named myself Team 1 when I rejoined after some issues. Actually, Team 2 has bounced with Team 1 Wahid name.
Oh, Wahid, Team 1. Okay, go. Sorry. Yeah.
I'm actually Team 2. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, Team 1 haven't bounced.
Oh, okay. This is... Got it then. Yeah, Team 2 has got it right.
Can you wait a second before closing the pounds? Just
Waiting. So I'll give you 10 more seconds, please. Okay, team 3 gets half of 7.5. Team 3 gets 7.5 because they got 1 part. Okay, I think I'll have to close the pounds now. It's been quite some time. Okay, I'll close the pounds. Team 4 and team 2 got it completely right. So the answer is actually plastic surgery and Sushruta. So Sushruta is considered to be the father of plastic surgery. So good crack. So thank you so much, all of you. It's been a wonderful quiz. Very closely fought, especially for the second spot. I'll now give it to Priya for this question.
Thank you. So team 1 85, team 2 110, team 3 96.5, team 4 240, team 5 32.5, and team 6 20.
So very good. Team 4 had zoomed past for the first spot. So congratulations to team 4 for winning this, and also all the best for the finals. And the second team would be Virya Quiz Club, Abdul and Jamir. So 110 points, very close with team 1 and 3. So meet you at the finals. So you are all open. All of you are open to watch the finals. I'll send the Zoom link. And thank you so much, guys. You can also watch the semis 3, which would happen at 4 o'clock. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, everyone. Yeah.
Thanks, Aja. Nice quiz.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.